Good afternoon, class 5. We're going to do some science this week and we're going to look at what it's like when you grow up and grow old. Okay, so a couple of did you know facts here which are interesting. Did you know the world's oldest person lived to the age of 146? Mabagotho from Indonesia was said to have been able to prove he was born in 1870. Imagine living till 146. Did you know that countries such as Japan and Switzerland have the highest life expectancy? The first known use of the word teenager wasn't until the early 1940s, and your eyes are always the same size from birth, but your ears and nose never stop growing. I found that fascinating. So we're going to look at what you can do as a baby, a child, a teenager, a toddler, etc. And you're going to also see some pictures of me when I was a baby, a toddler and a teenager as well. You will laugh at the teenager ones. So all babies are born helpless. They need a parent to help to do everything for them. And so what does a parent do? Have a think about what a parent has to do to look after a baby. So you can pause the video and then look at the answers with me. So they have to feed the baby milk. They have to keep the baby clean and healthy by changing its nappy. They have to make sure the baby's warm and comfortable. They have to play with the baby. They have to give the baby lots of love. Okay, so here's a few pictures of me as a baby. This was my christening day. I can't remember how old I was, but you can see that my eyes are the same size as what they are now. Very big. This is me, I think, when I pretty much just came home from the hospital, and that's my older sister. She's 16 months older than me. My mum always laughs at this picture because apparently someone was holding a biscuit, and that's why I was doing this face. Okay, as a toddler then, at about 1 year old, babies start to develop lots of new skills. They learn to walk and talk. They're a bit wobbly on their feet. They start trying to do things for themselves, such as holding the spoon when feeding or building a tower. They stop drinking just milk and start to try lots of different foods. Toddlers grow and develop muscles. So what does a parent have to do to take care of a toddler then? Fit a stairgate to stop accidents, cover all plug sockets, buy toys that are safe to play with. You could ask your parents or carers what they had to do when you were a toddler. Okay, I've not got many pictures of me as a toddler, but this one is me in my little sailor dress, and this is my older sister. I can't remember where we were, but this is pretty much the only picture I could find of me as a toddler. I must have just ran away every time my mum or dad tried to take a picture. So as a child then, this is the stage of life you are at. So you are all classed as a child because you are aged between 3 and 12. And during these years you learn lots of new skills such as reading and writing, counting, kicking a ball, swimming, riding a bike. You start school, you go to sleepovers, you might get a pet. Okay. So think about what changes are happening to you right now. Okay. So you might get some wobbly teeth. You might start, you have to get new shoes. You might start going to play at your friend's house without your mum or dad being there. And lots of you do this, go to bed later. Okay, so there's lots of pictures of me as a child here. So this is me and my sister when we were at school. I think I was in reception here. And my sister was in, actually no, I was in nursery. And my sister was in reception. You can see we look very alike there. Me and my sister when we built a snowman outside. I was a bridesmaid for my auntie here. Now these next two are quite funny and I'll tell you the story behind them. This one, this was school photo day. I was thinking I was in about year 3 or 4. And the day before I decided it would be a good idea to cut all my fringe off. So that's why I've got these clips in. Because if you can see just here how short my fringe is. Now this picture is just before we built this snowman. Now you can see my sister there. Oh, and look, who's that one sulking in the corner? That's me. I was sulking because my sister got to dig most of the snow and that's what I wanted to do. But as you can see, it all turned out right in the end and the snowman got to wear my hat and scarf. So me and my sister were very good friends when we were younger, but we did argue a lot as well because we were very close in age, which I know lots of you and your siblings do as well. Okay, so as a teenager then, you are aged between 13 and 19 and you're getting ready to become adults. Lots of you will have siblings that fall into this category as well. Teenagers want to try lots on their own, they might eat a lot, They can get spots and their hair changes. They can sometimes be a bit grumpy, and that's because their hormones are changing often. So how you can tell somebody is a teenager then, they're taller than an adult, they might have spots, and they often go out without a parent to look after them. They're not as reliant on their parent. So you're going to see some pictures of me as a teenager now, and you will see pretty much on every picture I've got a Manchester United shirt on. Okay, so this, again, a Manchester United shirt and an England hat. I was a tomboy, I loved football, and that's all I pretty much ever did. I think I was at a party of some sort here. This was at Alton Towers with my sister. Again, I've got a United shirt on. This, I think I was 15 here. I used to go and watch Manchester United reserves. Some of you will know who this is. It's a man called Gerard Piqué. And when he was about 16, 17, he joined Manchester United. But he now plays for Barcelona and the Spanish national team. He's very, very famous. This is me here, and this is when I represented my high school for the Greater Manchester Youth Games. I think I was 15 or 16 here as well, and we won the tournament. We went unbeaten and we got gold, which was fantastic. And this is when I went to Carrington, where Manchester City used to train. I went to meet the players there with one of my friends, and this is Andy Cole, who is a Manchester United legend, but at the time he joined Manchester City. Okay, and all of these things I did without my parents there. Obviously my parents came to watch in the tournament, but I used to get on the bus on my own, okay, because obviously I couldn't drive at that time. As an adult then, once you are an adult, you are fully grown. It's important that you eat healthily and you exercise to keep your body working well. So think about the adults in your family. How are they different to you? So as an adult, you can get married, you can make your own families, you have to watch your diet and weight to stay healthy. So I'm going to show you a few pictures of me and explain what they are. So as an adult, I've bought my own house. This is when I bought my own house 2 years ago. I drove a boat across the Hauraki Gulf in New Zealand because I went travelling with my friend. This is me and my dad when I graduated, so this is just before I started at Abbott. This was in the July, and I started at Abbott in the September, so I graduated as a teacher there. This is me and my friend when we were in New Zealand. We'd gone to a little island. And then these are my three favourite people. This is my niece Charlotte, this is my goddaughter Mabel, and my godson Thomas, who I'm sure you've heard lots about. Okay, as an elderly person then, you are classed as elderly after the age of 60, but many adults don't feel old at this age. But elderly people begin to slow down as their body ages, their skin goes softer and they get a bit wrinkly. Their eyes stop working as well and they often need glasses. Doesn't matter if you need glasses now, it doesn't mean that you're classed as elderly. And interesting, you shrink. As you get older, you shrink a little bit, which I think is fascinating. So also as an adult, you get softer skin, grey hair, and you may need help to move around. Now, I don't have any pictures of me elderly because I'm not classed as elderly. So just for a bit of fun, I used a face app to turn me old. So this is what I might look like when I'm older. Lots of wrinkles on my face. I just thought that was quite funny. Okay, so we'll skip past that. Your task then is to make a timeline to show how a human changes from baby to elderly. If you can include any pictures of you from your baby, toddler and child stage, that would be fantastic. And if you can use an app with the help of your parents to do the old picture, then have a go at that as well, because I found it really funny. Hope you've enjoyed today's lesson and seeing the changes that I've had as well. And come back tomorrow for more lessons. Enjoy, guys, and I would love to see your work from today.